Rebekah Scheffelmaier and Peter Cameron are two talented Canadian actors who've made it their mission to revive the art of sketch comedy. As the creators and stars of their hit YouTube series, they've amassed a loyal following with their hilarious characters and relatable humour. And they're both here with us just now. How are you today?
Doing well, thanks.
Doing really good.
Brilliant. So, what was it that inspired you to set up your YouTube channel and get into sketch comedy?
That's a great question. It kind of happened really organically. I directed a show recently that Rebekah was acting in, and we hit it off really well and wanted more than just theater.
Yeah, it was one of those moments that you have where he was directing it, and I was like, I don't think we understand like who we're in the presence of, and it just after that the relationship melted and just kind of formed this knit close bond, and we both have this love for sketch comedy where we love playing like every character.
Yeah.
Like no boundaries. We want to play everything. So
Yeah, we certainly see that. From the things I've watched, if there's a female character, do you ever think Rebekah's going to play that? Or is it just do what you want to do? There is no boundaries. You maybe don't even think about who's closer to the character in terms of real life.
Yeah, not really. I think we're both just sort of diving in and writing and just creating characters. And then if I have to play a female character, then I have to play a female character. And if she has to play a male character, then she'll play a male character. We got a couple coming up for her.
I guess we have no shame with that either. Like we're not scared to play different characters or whatever that looks like.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. If I get to wear a mustache, I'm more than happy to wear a mustache.
Yeah. So how do you come up with the ideas for these characters and the sketches as well?
Well,
the Withers came to me at like 3:00 in the morning.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it was like a family, and it just like everything came together. And so I started writing this whole sketch comedy about this family and their dynamic. And then you came up with the trouser trope.
Yeah, I did years of retail. And I think, having been through a number of situations and working with a number of different personalities, you find like these crazy things and you just pull on experience and bring it to life in a, obviously overstated way.
Yeah. Do you think that's something a lot of people can relate to, retail? Because a lot of people have worked in it, whether they're working in it now or they started out like when they were just getting into work as a kind of Saturday job. Retail is probably the first job you have, and everybody knows about it.
Yeah, everybody has a story.
Yeah.
But I think also we've all been involved in it in any way, shape, or form. We've all been shopping at a retail store, dealing with those personalities or working with them, whatever. So, I think it's very relatable.
And I think that's where Dawn and Carol are a huge part of that, is they're two characters that express, but make it like, it's so fun.
Yeah.
It's so fun. Even in the worst case scenario, it's fun.
There is something funny about real life, isn't there? When you go into a shop, sometimes you get the weirdest people.
It's so true. And there are times from when I worked in retail where you just go, I can't believe that just happened. Like you couldn't write this stuff.
No.
And so then we are writing it because,
That's true.
Life imitating art and art imitating life, right?
Well, and you've either been the person coming into the store and being ridiculous, or you've been the person on the other end too. So it works.
Yeah, absolutely. We all have people we can relate to. And do you think that sketch comedy is getting bigger, or is it getting less popular, or do you think it's stayed about the same?
We've actually been talking about this a little bit lately. I think there's maybe going to be a resurgence of sketch comedy. There have been the greats, like Monty Python and Kids in the Hall, Little Britain, Catherine Tate. There's just been some amazing sketch comedy, and I think
then there was a drop.
Yeah, there was a big drop. I don't know. For us, I just love exploring characters, and it's an opportunity to do a whole bunch of exploring in a a short format, which is very unique. So
Yeah.
I don't know. I love it.
Yeah, I think there's definitely going to be a hope. I mean, I hope that there is too, right? Because you love it. Like even Little Britain, like I remember the first time I watched it, you fall in love with these sketches and these characters that are created, and they make quotes and you keep repeating their quotes later on in life. So it's stuff like that. And we want to make people laugh.
Yeah.
There's not enough of that in this world.
Yeah, absolutely. Little Britain is probably one of the most iconic things. Everybody still will say computer says no or whatever.
Absolutely.
Always reference it.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
As a viewer watching a sketch show, I guess it's kind of less boring than a non-sketch show could be, because you know that the current scene will be 2 minutes, then you go on to a completely different story.
Yeah.
It kind of keeps it fresh for half an hour and keeps your attention.
Absolutely. And I think that, if you're doing one set of characters over a series or, a number of different series, those things get really stale, and keeping them fresh is difficult, and keeping the humor fresh is difficult. Whereas this, in a couple minutes, you can tell a bunch of jokes and then move on, and it keeps it going and keeps it funny. So that's what I like about it.
And because YouTube is your main medium, is there maybe a difference in writing or editing or kind of the length of it maybe than it would be if you were doing it on television or another older medium?
Well, no. So we're going to go bigger in the sense that, like, as time goes on, we've got way more characters coming out through the process of this. And so we want to hit that marker where we can have like a full episode with everything included in that. So,
Yeah. So
we're thinking bigger than just.
Yeah. Currently we're writing kind of around the 5-6 minute mark for some of our sketches. The plan is to edit them together into like half-hour episodes. So that's down the pipeline a little bit, but that's what the goal is, to work towards that.
And so what's coming up as well? Obviously you're working towards this big goal, but in the short term, are there future episodes on the way?
Oh yeah, for sure. Tomorrow we're filming more of Carol and Dawn in the Trouser Trove.
Yeah.
Wow.
We have 2 characters coming out that work in a flower shop, two guys that work in a flower shop. So that's going to be fun. And then we have
our old
ladies, part of the church gossip chain.
Yeah, they're the part of the church gossip chain. So so we've got those ones, and just everything as time comes out, you'll see that everything is a little bit more thought out than a lot of other sketch comedies. It does a full circle. And
we want to connect the characters to each other and have a lot of that intersecting, where a lot of sketch comedy sort of leaves things on their own. We want to really weave it together and create a bit of a universe.
Like we're probably season 3 in our heads already.
Yeah,
so
for sure.
Yeah. And because you're going to be playing old ladies, if you don't mind me saying, you don't look anything like old ladies. So
no.
Are you going to have a lot of time in makeup, wear prosthetics, or are you just going to put a wig on and that's it? And a lot of it is down to the viewer's imagination, maybe.
I think it'll be a little bit of both. I think we want to invest into diving into the characters and doing the makeup and really going there and presenting that product. So
definitely the older ladies, though. We wanted to reach more into that with more FX makeup and stuff like that, so that we did present, because these 2 characters, they're quite the characters.
Yes. Well, where are we able to find all your sketches that you've done so far and keep up to date with you both everywhere?
So YouTube is The Rebekah Show, and then TikTok, The Rebekah Show Official, and then Instagram, again, The Rebekah Show Official is going to be on those 3 platforms.
Excellent. Well, many thanks to you both for coming on today. It's been great having you here.
Our pleasure.
Thanks for having us.